Hey, we're out here in this 27 North River. Got everything set. Depth finder works now. He had it on the wrong unknown 12 pin. I set it up under UHD 64. So now you got down scan, side scan, said no source. We are on autopilot. They need to bleed the rear steering and the front steering. That's what's throwing that shadow drive off. See, if you go into here, I got it set to about 30. If you go down into here, this is your GPS. You can follow back. Setup, hit select, user pilot. Then see, I disabled it right now. But what I'm going to do is probably go ahead and enable it. But I got it set for 30%. And that way will allow you to make a turn without it kicking in the shadow drive failure. So that's how you do that one, and then go back. And then this thing should be maybe set for, oh, maybe 30 feet. I'm gonna have to go in there and set that. See how it's cut me back over? There's a, on your auto guidance, there's a setup. So all this here, I got a new one I lined up here for you, and you can change your gauges in there. And it said shadow drive failure, standby. See, so I'm going to disengage. I'm going to leave that until they bleed it, because if it does it again, just disable it and then follow route. See what happens. Now there it goes again, follow route. Okay, follow route. So I might have to go down to 20. Yeah, the steering needs it because that rear one's really bad. But anyway, we'll go home right now. We'll go back into like sonars, traditional. I set that up for you with a magnifier right here. Then you can go home. You can go to clear view. There's your clear view, and run. Okay, when you're on clear view, shallower water, you want to run 455. You don't want to go. You can run chirp if you wanted to. Like right here, you can do. Yeah, chirp 455. Deeper water, you go higher numbers. So then you go home here, and here's side view. Okay, your charts I left alone. Autopilot, I made a screen for you under combos, like right here. If you go over, boom, and then we go home, and then combos. I want to see if you got that. Yeah, dual radars. You don't have that one set up. So what I'm going to do is set one of these up for you too. We're going to go to combos menu, add combo. We want this one. We want radar. We want single range A. We want this one. We want to go radar, single range B. Okay, done. So what that will do is I can have one at a quarter. I can have one at 3/4. So we can take this one here and plus it up to go to 3/4, and I can leave this where we're going. I can change it down to 1/8 of a mile. Clears up the clutter. Okay, so that works. So everything works. Oh, and then your gauges. Then you go back in here, you go to AVG gauges, go to Yamaha. That's that gauge you already know about. Then you go to engines, and there's all your engine functions. So that works too. So right now we're going to go back to autopilot, and then you can always go to charts. You can go to, I think you got Fishing 3D chart. I'll check here real quick. Nope, you need the chip for that. Okay, so fishing yard nav chart, 3D chart. You don't want that, you go to main chart, stop panning, that puts you there. And we're right under the bridge on autopilot. Okay, so as far as I know, just bleed the rear and back station, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Stop panning, and then I want to stop navigating. I want to put this on standby. And how you can tell is we bring this back, and you can steer this motor hard to the left okay? And then you go back like this and then put your hands here and you watch them motors. They just started turning, okay? And then you go to the right, and then you take up a little slack. You look at the motors. They've moved a second. And they're not moving very much. There, they start moving like a quarter turn, then you straighten them out. And then you go like this and you turn. See, it took me that much. You can only have this much play in it. See? Then when you go back here, you got a lot of play. See, I'm going to go like this and put my hand here. There, right about there. And then it stops again. And you go clean to the right, and this is how you can tell if you need to have your steering blade. Yeah, I can feel it right there. See, so right there. Yeah, so you got a lot of dead time there. Yeah, so that's what it needs. Bleed the front and back, and that should be fine. So then we'll go over there. Well, so then we go to waypoints, then we'll go over here, go home, info. Let's tie this user's data. Track route. Whoop. Back tracks. Back routes and guidance. Okay, new review. Back. We'll go up to the top one. Review. We want to delete that, I think. Navigate to. Yep, there it is. Engage. See how it kicked in the shadow drive? Route select. Okay. Taking me backwards. Okay. So anyway, it works.